A trio of premiership cats is jetting off to the other side of the globe to watch a teammate chase a lifelong dream.
The story is in itself an amazing story. Just, you know, once Mez sort of got the win in the semi-final, and it almost started out as a bit of a joke, a bit of a passing comment saying, God, I would love to get there. And then, you know, the more we thought about it, the more we kind of thought how special it would be to go and support one of your best mates over the past 10 years. The tension in the crowd, you could feel the tension. Like, it was like no one could really speak for a while there. It was just eerily quiet, sort of waiting for that last little few minutes to kind of unfold, and then just the way in which that happened and how quickly that happened. It was just amazing to watch, just give myself goosebumps just thinking about it.
I think we all might have got a little bit complacent at the start. Dingle got into a good lead. St. Bridget's, the opposition pulled it back pretty quickly and made it a very exciting game. We thought Dingle had won it, but the new 2-point rule that's been brought into GA has been great. Obviously not for us being Dingle supporters, it wasn't great at the end, but it made it more exciting and we got extra time, and thankfully Dingle came out the right side of that. Some key moments he came up with. Yeah, the 2-pointer was unbelievable. As I touched on being away from GA, you wouldn't have had too much time to practice them, and to be hitting them on the biggest stage of all in the GA regard was so cool to see. And that block in extra time was just complete desperation, throw his body on the line, and it was so cool to see and just showed like the heart and soul he was putting into it. He was giving everything to make sure they got over the line.
That finish, that goal, Mikey Gainey on the left, it's amazing. He's never kicked a point like it. To be there live and watch it live with all the people from Dingle, it was just an experience I'll never forget. And I was surprised how grateful, people who were sitting within the town, how grateful they were for us to come over. But obviously how grateful we were to be over there was just as much the case. So yeah, it was like a bit of a mutual respect from both sides, from the few Australians over there and the whole town. It's
a massive achievement for Dingle to make it to a final. I was trying to think of a comparison between like an AFL comparison to a GA comparison, but it's quite difficult because the structures aren't in place. As if, I guess, a team like St. Mary's beside us won the GAFL and then got to compete against winners of other Victorian regional competitions, to then be crowned the best club team in Victoria, to then compete against other state champions, say like whatever team won South Australia or Western Australia, to then reach the final of an all-Australian final pretty much, and they'd be crowned the best club team in Australia. So that's kind of the closest comparison I think I could make.
I think I had a small understanding, or at least an understanding of the weight of which they were sort of like competing and overachieving in a sense. Don't think I took that for granted, but I definitely, when I was there, like just the pure emotion and just how grateful the town were just to have their club be in that position was very nice. And I was sitting next to a lady, she'd said it was probably one of the best days of her life, and it wasn't the first time I heard that across the rest of the night. So Blitz and we were sort of standing on chairs watching over the top for a while, and I remember looking down and seeing Mark just embracing with his two brothers and then his dad and his mum as well, and just the tears were rolling down the faces, and that was special to watch. And then it felt like the whole town had won. It didn't feel like the players had just got the glory of that moment. It felt like everyone celebrated together and everyone was an equal part to play.
GA clubs at home are the heart of the community, especially in Northern Ireland, and Dingle, I'm sure, is the exact same. Dingle has about, I think, a population of about 1,500 people, and I think every single one of them was at the game, and it was unbelievable to see like the emotions after them winning that game. Was huge. I could only imagine the celebrations that have been going on from winning the All-Ireland. Like being crowned the best team in Ireland is a massive achievement. To go back and do what he's done, especially after 9 seasons over here, being away from GA for so long. Obviously he's got to get back and play a couple of games each off season, but there's guys at home training all year round in the GA, and he was just a huge part of that Dingle team. It was so obvious to see. But yeah, to go back and get to play with his best friends and other people in the community, it's an amazing achievement, and it's so cool to see what he's done.